Welcome to the show about the show, the podcast. This is episode 480. My name is Will. Joining me as always is Ben. Hello, Ben.
Hello. I was trying to think of never mind. An intergalactic way to say hello.
Ooga booga.
Wow.
And of course, Atticus is here. Hi, Atticus. This is, of course, a show currently about, what's this? Star Wars? Today, we're reopening our Star Wars series to talk about the biggest hit of 2026 so far. Both critically and at the box office, we're talking about Star Wars, The Mandalorian, and Grogu. Now out on digital. So,
was it in the theaters?
Yeah.
Thought so. Okay. Yeah.
I walked past giant cardboard cutouts and thought,
didn't go
they're making
inside?
that a movie? No, yeah.
Was the Grogu cutout larger than? Was it like enlarged to show texture, like a strawberry?
I don't remember. I wish I had taken note of how enlarged Grogu was.
Did you guys know this movie was happening?
Yeah.
When it was happening? Okay. I feel
Not
like they
until
don't
I
make
looked
Star
at it.
Wars as big as they used to make them. As I
Yeah,
remember
I mean-
in 1970 or whatever.
I do feel like maybe. What movies are you getting targeted with the marketing? Like, what are you hearing about?
I only watch AI generated prompted movies that I make for myself
Yeah.
now, so none.
I mean, I just think that it's like maybe
No.
the case, like if you sort of shut yourself off from advertising or.
But
like,
I do keep getting the James Bond updates. They're sending those to my mailbox still.
Okay.
I'm getting a little pissed off with those ones because every time I see a James Bond update, it's like Amazon executives say, this time we need to do something different. This time we have to cast a completely different kind of James Bond. This time we're gonna have to cast a James Bond actor pretty soon before the next movie. Come on. I can't believe I'm saying this, but just make a crappy one now. Why do we have to wait 10 years to see the next Amazon Studio one? I thought the whole point was you're going to make shitty ones that I could be pissed about, but you do it on a good
Quickly.
cadence. Now I have to wait 10 years to get the bad one.
Isn't Denis Villeneuve like directing?
I think so.
Yeah, that kind of sucks. I don't know. I want Denis Villeneuve to get away from franchise, even though I love Dune. But like, why don't go do cool big original movies or whatever.
Make Dune again.
Run it back. Yeah.
I liked Incendies. Is that the one with the
Incendie.
Encendi? Okay.
Incendies.
Dennis Villanueva.
Dennis loved Incendies.
Yep.
Boy, they teach you good up there in Cuba. All right. Well, today we have a lot to talk about here today, and we covered the Star Wars. We've covered every Star Wars movie to date. Years ago at this point, but like we watched the series back when we thought it was over. I think that was so Solo had been the most recently completed one, right? That came after. No, Rise of Skywalker was the last one.
Did we think it was over?
Maybe not.
I think
we
Han
think it was
Solo's
over?
last one.
Well, I don't know about like over, but we had watched all of them that were out at that point, and then they made another one, and so we watched it. It's really the long
Last
story short.
Jedi, 2017. Solo is 2018.
Okay. And then Rise of Skywalker 2019.
Yeah, actually, you're right. Wow.
Okay. And Rogue One came out before. It was like 2016 or something.
Yep.
All right. Okay. So great. It's been 7 years since a Star Wars movie came out, which is actually about as long between prequels and sequels, I think. Right? Like 2005. No, that was more like 10 years. Anyway, but it'd been longer than I realized. I thought I kind of just assumed Star Wars movies had kept coming out. Or something. It sort of felt like it. It didn't. I guess this didn't feel like a triumphant return to the box office or to the silver screen.
There's probably a lot to talk about here, but it probably because it's been moved to Disney Plus that they're just like, there's been so much Star Wars content in between. It's culminated in your mind as there's probably a couple movies, right?
Yeah. And you know what? There straight up might be. I guess we're only kind of covering the big one. There's like probably a Clone Wars movie. In fact, I'm pretty sure there is. And we're not. I don't think we're going to do that.
Clone Wars movie. What's? Oh, like the animated thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And so I guess my headline for the Mandalorian Grogu is The Mandalorian and Grogu makes Solo look like Rogue One. How do you guys feel about it? I think my feelings are pretty self-explanatory.
It kind of sucked, but Letterboxd was down, so I haven't been able to write that officially in the human
Government
record.
sites going down, Letterboxd going down.
Yeah. It's not great, but Shelly watched it with me, and we had a good but agonizing time guessing, as I told you guys, which character was Jeremy Allen White. We
do
noticed.
You still know now? Do you know now at this
well,
point?
yes, but also it did take some researching afterwards when it gets to his thing in the credits, and it's like Jeremy Allen White, Rhoda.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How about you just say, yeah, who is that?
Oh, yeah. Rota.
They should have pictures.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like I memorized Grogu now, but it'd be kind of like if you put, whoever Grogu is, Grogu.
Yeah, it's like.
How about Baby Yoda? Put it in parentheses, Baby Jabba the Hutt. Okay, got it.
I feel like I could have done the voice acting for all of the voice acted characters, like as my first role, and it would have been pretty much the same. Because Martin Scorsese is in it. You can't tell.
No, I actually really disagree with you on that. I
really okay.
I agree with all of the other performances, but I actually really liked Scorsese as the food truck vendor or whatever is going on with him.
Monk and Scorsese.
Yeah, but then the rest of the performances, that ass, dude, and especially Jeremy Allen White as Rota the Hutt. Oh my god. I don't understand.
It's a good bit. I'm sure this was in the news, but that's a good bit for him to have done, though. I think if you're a hot guy and they're like, would you like to be in Star Wars? And you're like, sure, but I'll be, how about Jabba the Hutt? And they're like, okay.
He's dead.
Okay, we're going to put muscles on him at least.
It was a video game-ass character.
So much of this felt like a video game. Oh my God. But Jeremy Allen White as Rhoda the Hutt. It's so funny that his agents or whoever was in charge of getting Jeremy Allen White in this role took a look at Jeremy Allen White's creative output and decided that what was interesting about that is the sound of his voice or something and changing it. He's just an extremely unique looking individual that is it can be very easily miscast. I think he can be very effective at very specific things, but him doing just the bear voice but as Rota was surreal. It was crazy. It did sound like if Atticus just decided to try to read some lines.
Yeah,
Just like a
voice
first
change it.
pass before even getting like the like the emotion into it or something. Just like, let me get my tongue around the pronunciation of, oh no, is it my aunt and uncle?
Shelley made a great comparison and then pulled up a movie afterwards for me. The whole Rota character is written like an anime character that's just doing like a monologue all the time. Because okay, I don't really know the Star
It
Wars
does like
stuff.
seem like something an NPC would be saying as you like out of earshot, and then you come into earshot and you
Yes.
pass by and you come, you keep passing by.
He's just
and it's still
dumping.
going on.
He's just dumping lore on you constantly. Like, yeah. I don't know that much about Star Wars, even though I've seen all the movies, but I don't know that much about the lore. But when I think about Jabba the Hutt, all I know is ba 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 booey.
It's not English.
I don't know. I don't know any of the. And I know that the Star Wars guys can understand each other sometimes. They know different languages, but I feel like the characters should always be like Baba Booey. I don't know what else they say. I don't know what else they say.
Baba
But then-
Booey's their cousin, I believe.
So you got like the yin yang twins, and they're like all the time. And then
Yup.
you gotta check find nephew. You must. It's sort of a Yoda thing going
Yep.
on. Find the nephew. And then Mando finds the nephew and is like, "Hey, I'm here to save you." And the nephew's like, "Hey, man, I don't really need saving. Like,
I'm just
okay.
chilling in this cell.
I'm pretty much an
It's a
adult.
very much, hey,
I'm an
man,
adult on my
voice.
own. I'm kind of an adult now, and like, I don't really want to be owned by my aunt and uncle, and you don't even know how it was. It's really angsty. Like, okay, you should still come with me. Nah, man. Actually, I'd be doing you a favor if you didn't take me. Blah, blah. Oh, hey, what's up, little baby Yoda? I'm a good guy, unlike my aunt and uncle. It's really hard to have Jabba the Hutt as your dad or maybe uncle.
You
I can't
can't
really
be your
remember.
own man.
You gotta be your
Jabba
own
the Hutt is your
man.
dad.
Yeah.
That's hilarious that we all picked up. I wrote down, I wanted to ask you guys
Guards.
a question to kick us off, and that is, do you know how hard it is to be your own man when your father is Jabba the Hutt? It's so nuts. It's so nuts. And
It's
so
crazy.
that's where we stopped on our first watch session, and I believe that I've gotten information independently from each of you that makes me believe that all three of us stopped at the exact same part, basically. Like, didn't we all watch half of it and give up?
I think we watched past the hour mark, so I think that's further than what you're saying, unless you're exaggerating a little
No,
bit.
yeah, we got 1 hour and 2 minutes in was our stopping point.
Okay, we got to the part where maybe it's longer than that. We got to the part where the Samurai Jack robot
That's pretty far into it, isn't it? Or
That's not
Steals
too
them.
far after
okay.
where I
Oh yeah, because
dropped
things
out.
wrap up so quickly. Things are just like
Yeah.
crazy. They're like, oh, we need to go get this guy. Got him.
we easily dispatched this Coliseum situation that we were stuck in, you know?
That situation is so stupid too. I mean, everything is, but like the big bad guy being like, you're free to die.
Yup.
Is pretty great. But like, can
Oh,
you imagine
no.
if you were like an audience member who would to this rigged fight and you're like, oh my god, the odds are crazy. I just won a bunch of money. And the bad guy's like plan is just like, send more fighters until he's dead. Like, that wouldn't work.
They're too good at fighting.
I guess
Too
if you're
bad.
if you're a gambler, but if you're pure like us and you just watch Bloodsport for the fun of it,
Yup.
then I was actually empathetically putting myself into the shoes of the watchers during that section. I did literally think this to myself. This is pretty bad, but I can see how it'd be entertaining in the Star Wars universe.
And a lot of them probably don't even wear shoes because they have like webbed feet and stuff, or like claws, hooves. Have we ever seen a behooved Star Wars alien?
I feel like there's like a camel animal that someone rides at some point.
Oh yeah, it like takes a big dump or am I imagining that? I feel like in the Phantom Menace, there's like a camel creature that takes a big dump.
Or maybe that's like in A New Hope, and he's like photoshopped that in.
Yeah.
And then there's like the thing on Hoth. Do you think that would have hooves?
No, I don't think so. I think it had. Well, actually, I haven't got so certain about that. I just don't think so. I always pictured it with the tauntauns. No, I think
they got Air Force Ones on their feet.
They got the Rogue Ones. We should. Okay, we're gonna get into the story here, but I guess we should set up. Ben, you are a self-avowed big fan of Baby Yoda.
Yeah. Actually, after this movie, I'd still say I like Baby Yoda as a guy, as a character, you know?
As a friend. So not a fan of his creative output.
Flat performances, great hang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say he's probably the best part of all the movies he's been in, though, and TV shows. The one that I've seen.
And so you have seen at least some of The Mandalorian.
I think I saw the first season. Okay. I saw up to the part where it ends. The first season. I don't know. I saw maybe they like see a T-Rex or something like that, and the baby is like, whoa!
Probably.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
I think Mando's in trouble, and then there's like Baby Yoda is like saves him with Yoda Force.
That sounds about right. For it seems like the dynamic is between these characters. I think I watched the first season as well, and I remember having a pretty good time with it. Like I thought it was like an interesting this is kind of fun. We're getting away from like all the big stories of it's got to be whatever, and like we can just kind of play around and like the Mandalorian's a cool fighter. Let's just see him like do Monster of the Week type stuff.
Yeah.
And then it seemed to start gathering a little bit more of the whole franchise snowball and become fairly unwieldy.
Yeah. Bringing in other characters in this thing, not a big fan of that. But I was... Actually, no, I'll come back to this.
Like, isn't Bill Burr in one of the
Yes, like as himself. Episodes? Or not as himself.
No.
As
a human, maybe?
As a human-ish person. Yeah.
As a character. Yeah.
He's doing stand-up.
Is that Bill Burr?
And so, Atticus, how much Grogu have you been exposed to?
I think I've seen like an episode or two of The Mandalorian, but definitely not a whole season. Like Star Wars fan Ben over here.
That was a while ago, though, right? That was like before pandemic or something, around that time.
Season 1 was, yeah.
I watched it with Shelly in our old apartment. That's all I remember.
Yeah, it's been a while. And so I think there have been 3 seasons. I'm like you, Ben. I only watched the first season of it, but I understand there are 3 other seasons that are out, and like they're working on a 4th season.
It seemed like this movie was potentially the 4th season.
I think there is some like development things where like, yeah, executives shifted things around where, okay, instead of doing the 4th season, let's do the movie now. And I think the status is maybe not that they're making a 4th season, but that they have scripts written for the 4th season. And I think they were sort of waiting to see how this would do. And then maybe either continue on with the show or make another movie is their idea. But we should touch on the box office performance of this because it was a big flop. It's like it's one of the interesting things about the theatrical landscape here in 2026. It was beat out by 2 independent horror movies in its second weekend, which is pretty crazy. We have both Obsession and Backrooms outgrossed a brand new Star Wars movie, and I think it's going to make its money back. Don't worry, guys. But it definitely was not, like the $1 billion baby that they wanted it to be, which is, speaking of the $1 billion baby, Grogu was like a major Baby Yoda was a major merch piece for Disney over the last few years. Like that really broke containment and spread to culture and made Disney a whole lot of money, this Baby Yoda stuff. And so that's kind of the, like, all right, let's see if we can wrangle all that goodwill or whatever, where Baby Yoda kind of became a minion meme status level on Facebook, and then people didn't really turn out for his movie. People didn't really seem to
fake fans
get into it. Fake fans, not us.
Shelly asked me this. Baby Yoda pronouns. What are they? It is he. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I believe so.
Interesting.
They said
It's not Grogu. It's not the Mandalorian Grogu.
Is there a? Well, okay. Speaking of that, how's your name? This took me
Ms. Grogu.
Not forever. This took me an extra 5 seconds, but searching. I thought it's Mandalorian. Your name is Mando, but your long name is Mandalorian.
Yeah. Apparently,
I don't have anything else to say. Don't do that though.
They're also kind of like he's Baby Yoda's dad, and Baby Yoda is his son, which is kind of a weird, like, thing to force upon their relationship. I don't know. Be nice to your dad. Like I feel like characters will say to Baby Yoda.
Oh, yeah.
It's like,
yeah. It's as a non-show watcher, you're like, there's like a big guy and like a little guy, like who are teaming up, and like that's kind of weird. They explain that in the show where like there's sometimes a big guy and sometimes there's a little guy. Sometimes they team up.
Okay.
So yeah.
Can
so
I?
Makes sense.
That reminds me of the other hypothesis Shelley had while we were watching the show. Actually, can I read the thing that I said to you guys yesterday? Yeah. I will not check until after the movie if you respond, but we are watching now, and Shelley's hypothesis is, quote, Jeremy Allen White must be Grogu. Otherwise, why would he be second build? And then as the movie progressed, and we're like, this sounds kind of the same. I don't think he was doing the baby sounds back then. And then Shelley's hypothesis shifted to, there's only a couple of minutes into the movie, but it shifted to, maybe Baby Grogu is going to grow up and he'll be a teenage Baby Yoda in the movie, and that will be Jeremy Allen White.
Like President Mayor Pete, teenage Baby Yoda. Yeah. Yeah. These are good hypotheses. I agree. I don't think Grogu used to make human baby sounds.
He's cooing.
Yeah.
I think he did. I think he made them before. Maybe I don't know.
Didn't like that. Didn't like that one bit.
Who voices? Because we were looking in the credits for that too. They've got Grogu puppeteers, and then puppeteers, but they don't say Grogu baby. Who made the sounds?
I don't know. I wonder if that counts more as like a sound editing or like effects thing rather than a performance.
Is Baby Yoda like the only non-CGI thing in the whole thing? Because I thought it looked like shit. And it's a puppet?
Yeah.
It's a mix of puppet and digital.
But is it Mr. Babu Fricks? That's their names, right?
The brethren? Babu Frick brethren?
Yeah.
I love the Babu Freaks.
Dude, I was writing that factoid last night with Shelly. Shelly, do you know those guys? Their name is I literally paused the movie to say, their name is Babu Frick, and let me tell you a little story. And then I poorly recited the story that you've said multiple times, Will, about
Which is what?
Well, I couldn't remember who said it, but somebody's saying to J.J. Abrams, like, what happened to Babu?
Yeah, Steven Spielberg, yes.
Steven Spielberg, yeah.
Like, what happened to Babu?
What happened to Babu? And I was like, it's funny. Oh, it's so funny. They're in the show. So the dumbasses at Disney took it seriously or something. No reaction from her. I just unpaused it.
I do unironically really dig the Babus. Really not a fan of Grogu whatsoever. I think it's very forced. I think that like it very instantly scans as like a cynical like merchandising opportunity. And for some reason Babu does not to me, even though I don't know. I'm sure.
Because he's not as cute. Kids won't
he's
like
not as cute.
Babus.
He's a little bit of a weirdo.
Shelley remarked part of the way through when she realized you can understand the Babus are actually speaking English.
Yes. Hey, you did we all watched this on Disney Plus. Did your guys' copies have subtitles when they were speaking in Alien?
No.
It was just English. Almost 99.
Yeah, it was like there's sometimes like Hutties. They speak some Hutties and then switch into English. Yeah.
No.
We didn't have subtitles either. Okay, just wanted to make sure.
Do other people have subtitles?
I don't know.
On other versions of Disney Plus?
Yeah. Who knows? This movie is over 2 hours long. Be
2.5.
No, it's like 2 hours 11 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Something like that. Crazy long time for a movie that turned out to be such a, I don't know.
Think about the damage Jon Favreau has done to this culture.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of swingers either, but that's kind of harsh.
A Jon Favreau movie, it says at the end.
Yeah. But actually, on the puppet being the only non-CG thing, I agree with you, Atticus, that like this pretty much there's a lot of garbage visually in this movie, but the robot guards at the end, they were stop motion, or at least I assumed they looked stop motion to me, and they looked really good. And there's a stop motion studio that worked on the film, but I'm not sure exactly what they did.
My favorite parts of the movie are the parts that look like they're robot chicken scenes, and there are a couple. When like all the puppets are climbing and stuff like that. Some of the stuff in the sewage pipes.
Yeah.
Some of those are the best parts of the movie.
I think honestly, I'm sounding more positive on this movie than I am, but I guess getting at some of my positive takes out up front, like I do think there is a lot of good like art design happening here, which is one of the primary things about Star Wars that I think is particularly good about the franchise or the movies. You get some cool designs of spaceships, of creatures, whatever. There's also some not so great creature design in particular, I think, but like I appreciated the like run down like dilapidated like post-imperial droids being repurposed like Sid from Toy Story, and like the overgrown hut planet that with like mushroom rock trees everywhere, very jungly. I thought that was there was some cool stuff on that front, but not so much some of the other stuff. I'm gonna read the opening crawl here. The evil galactic empire has fallen. Ex-imperial warlords remain scattered throughout the galaxy, plotting the empire's return. The fledgling New Republic has begun to reunite the galaxy. In the lawless Outer Rim, the Mandalorian and his young apprentice Grogu work to hunt down these imperial fugitives. I think that could be a cool concept, is hunting down like Nazi war criminals.
The way they visualized it was really silly. Like later on, like he's just got like pictures of them on like a keychain.
The deck of cards. That looked like a very cheap prop. I was disappointed by it.
The opening scene when he's like the first warlord he captures is lecturing everyone about how he wants more money from them. Was a very weird tone setting. Or struck a weird tone.
You're totally right, because there's a weird mix of this. This is kind of like a fun, kind of like cartoony for kids ish, maybe, or at least that's what I thought the Mandalorian Grogu was gonna be. But then there's some weird. It looked more like visually and in some moments closer to just a. I don't really know what you call it, but sort of the pivot that's kind of happened over the last 20 years to more naturalistic, gritty environment stuff, especially in science fiction, that kind of looks pretty samey and boring at this point. And then like aesthetically, that extends into some of the like a Game of Thrones influence, where like, oh, now there is just real death happening. I'm just going to shoot you in front of shoot one of you at the table, rather than do it some sort of theatrical villain like Darth Vader of old would do.
Well, everyone's like doing Jim face at the camera about it.
So the in-universe era of Star Wars that we're in right now is basically like The Empire Strikes Back again.
No.
So.
No? Did you say no?
It's after the Return of the Jedi.
But I know I know we're in like the most recent, or I don't know, we're in the newest part of Star Wars, right? We're on the right hand side of the timeline right now,
No.
right?
We're still pre-sequel trilogy.
Oh, that makes more
Really?
sense.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
So it's the Fallen Empire is referring to the prequels Empire, not the
No, the originals. Yeah.
So Darth Vader,
Yes. Darth Vader
Yeah.
just died.
he just okay. But he died, and then I don't remember what happens. Then the Empire goes away. The rebels win. But now they're Nazi hunting. The rebels are Nazi hunting. But the Empire is starting to try to grow back up, reform
become
again.
the new order.
Mm-hmm.
The
And
new
that's
order.
where like Kylo Ren and like Adam Driver and Domhnall Gleeson are doing stuff with.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah. So I guess as far as like the look of the movie and everything, I don't think we're gonna go through like it beat by beat or anything, but the look of this Star Wars, to me, it should at least be good art direction and visual effects, kind of like we talked about. There's no excuse for. I'm not gonna cut Disney Star Wars any slack when it comes to like. This should at least be top spectacle or something. You know, like I know that you're now no longer interested in like telling a story or whatever. But I want the bread and circus to actually be entertaining. And so like there being a few comp shots, especially on Hoth or whatever is that actually Hoth or whatever, the Winter Planet at the beginning, looked pretty bad, I thought.
That's kind of okay. Question about that. Is it contemporary Star Wars fans, am I remembering correctly, that have struggled to understand that the Empire, they're the bad guys? Or is that writers for the new movies have struggled to figure that out? Because it's your point about they're basically Nazi hunting right now. They're making the Empire guys pretty goofy, you know? not exactly lovable, but like they're not really
A
that
bit
bad
silly.
of a bad guy. Silly, yeah. Like
A bit, yeah, cartoon.
the guy runs out of the room like
He's pressing the button.
Yeah.
Whatever. Salute to long live the Empire. Bye bye.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just inclined to. Star Wars fans are some of the dumbest, worst people on the internet. So like, I just assume they're the ones that fall for most of it.
Sure.
I don't know. I think that I do think that there is we talked a lot about this in our previous series coverage, but the ideological conflict. Well, they're trying. Disney is desperately trying not to do anything political with Star Wars, which is it's whether it's good or bad, always been an extremely political story, and yeah, so you just run into like weird stuff.
Do Star Wars, but don't say anything.
Yeah. Ugh. So it is like about Nazis, but we can't like really say that Nazis are that bad because Nazis buy movie tickets too. That's the thing these days in 2026. I like the opening titles. It's the first Star Wars movie with opening titles. It's kind of Top Gun coded here. That was kind of fun. And we're seeing that Ludwig Göransson composed music. This guy's composing music for everything these days. He's really carrying things lately, and I think that is true for the Mandalorian. Like the appeal of the original Mandalorian show was like, oh wait, shit, like we got Ludwig on the track, and he made like the Mandalorian theme with 808s, and it's kind of cool. They finally nailed the merging of the musical stylings between like the old like symphonic orchestral John Williams stuff, but also made it more contemporary. He's kind of bringing his like Creed influences and whatever he's bringing. It's kind of a hip hop style Star Wars theme.
It's too bad he didn't tackle Jabba's Hut. Or what song am I thinking of?
Jabba's Hut.
Oh,
is that the name of the song?
Yeah. The Cantina Band.
Cantina Band.
Yeah.
With 808s.
That'd be sick.
And that's so weird. In restaurant, the song was called Cantina Band,
or like the song from the Cantina Band. I don't know what.
I mean, I think the song is. I think it is called the Cantina Band.
Cantina, yeah. It's the song that the band in the Cantina was playing.
People have self-titled on the self-titled album, Cantina Band. Like it makes sense for some band. I don't know. Having your band have band in it though makes it weird.
I guess like if it's attributed to like John Williams though. It makes more sense rather than...
Yeah, Max Rebo is not technically a songwriter. Mm-hmm. Somehow, Sigourney Weaver looks like a deep fake of herself.
Yeah, what the hell is going on?
And this isn't a dig on her. This is like somehow Disney has managed to work itself into such an uncanny valley starting position for everything that like it's just impossible to really scan anything as fully natural or anything, and so like when Pedro Pascal takes his helmet off at some point, it's like, is this guy here at all? Is he just like a floating head? And like Sigourney Weaver felt
so that was another faked. That was another Shelley hypothesis during the movie that ended up being kind of true. She was like, did I message you guys this too? She said to me in the first couple minutes, so is that Pedro Pascal? And I was like shooting, and I was like, yeah, probably. Like, why would it not be him? What else would he be doing? He's got the mask on the whole movie. And she was like, I don't know, maybe they're doing it to cut back on costs or something. And they only have him act when it's his face. And I was like, no way. And then we get to the end, and it's like Mando, Pedro Pascal, Mando with the hat on, other guy, Mando stunts, third guy.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Pedro Pascal had like 2.5 hours to like film. He had like an afternoon for his for the production on this or something. It's crazy. Yeah, it's he has a body double the entire movie and a stunt double, and it's all just voiceover.
Awesome.
Yeah, great. What, like, I can't imagine like being on set where you're like putting all this together. Like, what are we doing? Nobody's here. Like, it's somebody pretending it's basically a Pedro Pascal puppet. Like a human being is pretending to be pretending to be Pedro Pascal, pretending to be the Mandalorian. And there's literally people under there like holding like a little puppet of not Yoda, but a baby not Yoda. Like, it's all, there's different levels of falseness and weirdness that like, what are we doing? This is crazy.
Yeah.
And speaking of, I guess, like what people look like, Mando asks Sigourney Weaver to be shown a photo of Rota so he knows what he looks like. Like, come on, man. You want to know what one of these huts look like? It's probably going to be the big slug guy.
Well, it's confusing too in the picture when you see the hologram thing.
It's just his face.
Shelly and I were like, "Aw, cute! It's a baby Jabba." And then you see him in real life, and gross! It's a six-pack Jabba.
Yeah,
that's nasty. Was that a baby picture?
I know this is like if you pull too hard on this string, all of Star Wars falls apart. But like, why would it have abs?
I don't know enough about abs to weigh in on this, I guess.
Sure.
Yeah, it is very unsettling to look at. This was too much for me to handle last night. All the hut like wriggling around and stuff. I don't know. Like that guy, I don't know if they quite cracked the movement animation or something. I don't know. It was very off-putting. Everything about the way
whoever wanted to see Jabba fight. Who was that? You know?
Yeah. What if Jabba fought back against Leia? Is kind of the what if?
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't even know. Did you guys know that he had arms?
Yeah.
Yes, I guess.
It's just kind of sitting there. Shelly also kept saying to me too, "Wow, how'd he get all these other guys? How'd they get all these other guys to work for them?" Which I kind of know, like,
Kind of the
in general,
eternal crime boss question, a little bit.
but it's like a crime boss thing, but also he's genetically a big blob guy. Like, I feel like with a lot of, Mr. Monopoly type of guy, you got fat on being a rich guy, but presumably you weren't always a, dude just sitting in the middle of the room.
This guy was born to sit in the middle of the room.
I guess so. And people just worked for him.
Generational wealth.
Yeah,
but how the generation
you're asking for the
start.
Jabba origin story. This is what you want. You want to see how the Hutt's
we
rose
need
to
to
power.
get another Anne Hathaway as Mrs. Jabba, the Hutt mom.
I cannot be caring about a Hutt nephew. Come on, this can't be what the movie's about. You're saying this is about like a Hutt nephew? Nah.
No.
It's crazy they put this in theaters.
I know.
You have to remember that.
Do you know how hard it is to be your own man when your father is Jabba the Hutt? You're not a man. Sorry, you're like a
Hutt.
slug.
What are you? You're not a Hutt. That's your name. I got your clan.
Yeah, what species?
You've already overcome a bunch, dude. Because you're not talking like those guys,
Yeah.
If you're Grandpa's, Uncle Sam, not Uncle Sam, what do you call KFC guy or something? I say.
Colonel Sanders.
Colonel Sanders. And then you're talking to us and you sound like you'd be the fourth member of Blink 182 or something. You've overcome something already, dude.
That's
Good
huge
for
for
you.
Yeah. Man, Andor was so good. It was actually good. I guess this is the price that we had to pay to get Andor seasons 1 and 2.
Hut is the species.
Oh, jeez.
And family? Or
No.
Okay. When they're
Jabba's-
saying Jabba the Hutt, they're like, it's like
Yes.
Will the Human.
Jabba's name is Jabba Desalajek Tyr.
Yep. Sounds about right. Ooga booga.
Coming up on the related for Jabba is the picture of Rada, and it's just reminded what he fucking looks like is crazy.
It's so crazy. It's truly crazy. It's so weird.
Dude is jacked.
He's a strong worm. It's not good. Interesting lore reveal. Hell is real in Star Wars lore. You guys catch that?
No.
The twins can go to hell. Actually, you know what? I bet Han says go to hell. Or like in the Empire. So whatever. Okay. The Babus. I guess their species
Babu.
is Anzellan. Or Anzellan.
Anzellan. Sounds like a drug for old people or something they'd sell on TV.
Yeah. It should be Babu and the Freaks. I already said this. Really like the Babus. I really like how big their hands are in comparison to their bodies. I really like that they're speaking English, but like barely.
Tiny.
Yeah.
Mickey Mouse style, sort of.
Big pipe, huh? That's good stuff. I enjoyed that.
Their last line of the movie, they say, "Next one's on me." First round's on me.
Do you know how hard it is to be your own man when your father is Babu Freak?
So wait, Babu dies in the future or the past from this movie?
Future. Future.
Babu was begat Bible style
Babu
begat
origins
by possibly one of these fellas.
Yeah.
The Revenge of Baba Frick.
Mm-hmm. Babu's
they
back.
I gotta say, they're all male coded so far.
Maybe all of the women Babus have different roles in their society and are like hunting like lions or something.
They're probably keeping the rest of like Earth or whatever
Holding it down
while you got the four amigos out there doing stuff.
Yep.
flying the DJI
Their tiny
drone.
little spaceship. That was so sick. Sorry, I love them. I love their tiny little
drone.
spaceship. I like that. It's like a bunch of when Baby Yoda teams up with them. Like here's all the little guys together working on a project. That was a good time.
Yeah. Shelly and I did that. Also did have us. We fought over that scene, though. When Baby Yoda and the Babus get in the DJI, and because Shelly was like, "Wait, why did Baby Yoda get so big?" And I was like, "No, the shot's inside of the drone," and she was like, "Yeah, but they were little." And I was like, no, they're in a drone. They're in a DJI drone now. They're not in the big one. And she was getting really pissed at me, and I was getting pissed at her. Like, I think
She thought that
I think you're not understanding
they all
the
got really big.
perspective. Yes, I think she thought that they were flying the Mando plane
Yeah.
instead of a Babu tiny plane.
Yeah.
You know. And she's like, why did they all get so big? Just because they started flying the big plane. It's like, I think now you're
find a small one.
Now I'm getting pissed off because this movie sucks, and I feel like we're not aligned on the language of movies of film. It's a small. They're taking up more space, but we're in a small.
Spending any time thinking about or explaining what's happening in The Mandalorian and Grogu. Speaking of which, let's get back to our podcast about The Mandalorian. Grogu. Rhoda hands Grogu some Nilla wafers at a certain point.
Is that what they were?
Real product, by the way. It was a product placement tie-in with like Nabisco or something. They truly sold blue cookies
for this movie.
Yes, for this movie.
It wasn't in like the old movies or something like that.
No, it's for this movie, from this movie, to this movie, and unto this movie it shall return, because it was nothing. And
they named this treat.
There is a word for it. It's like Grogu's niblets or something.
Niblets.
That's
dang. I gotta go out and get some, because I was definitely, when I was watching the movie, I was like, that food that dog is eating right now, I would sure love to have some in my own house.
I like to imagine you're referring to Grogu as that dog.
No,
but
the other dog,
it's probably the dog character. Yeah. But I guess I can kind of appreciate it's funny when like a product placement franchise tie-in totally flops. We're selling the blue cookies from The Mandalorian and Grogu.
Everyone's like,
from what? What the fuck are you talking about?
I did see a post the other day. It was like all the tie-in stuff from Revenge of the Sith that came out, and there was like molten lava like Pop-Tarts. Like there's some crazy shit. Yeah, there's some great shit.
Sometimes I'll see that photo of like the Phantom Menace Pepsi vending machine. That's I can't remember if it's like it might be an Iowa City thing, or it's just something that happens to pop up on the internet. I don't know. But speaking of that evil dog, we do get to see the evil dog and his master Embo, and I like the design here. I think this is a cool villain. I like his shield hat. I think that the dog is cool. I was worried that the dog ate the Babu, but dog did not eat the Babu. Babu was safe.
It's Samurai Jack, though, I think.
Samurai Jack's pretty cool.
Is he cool. Like from? He looks like he's from other stuff in Star Wars. Like it seemed like a familiar silhouette to me.
I agree. It does feel a little like. So didn't Samurai Jack, the guy who did that, did a like was it Gennady Tarkovsky? Is that the guy who did that? He did like a short Star Wars animated series in that same style. Now is this Primal? Yeah, that was really sick. And I feel like this guy looks like he could be from that. And so it's really leaning into the samurai vibes of Star Wars, which I think are pretty cool when they do that. And I think, good silhouette.
We basically go to Japan-ish place, Japan/Hong Kong/ the place from Blade Runner, right? What's the name of that city that we're in?
Oh, is it actually Coruscant? I don't think so, but it feels like we were getting some of the remember everyone's favorite Star Wars movie, Attack of the Clones? What if we pulled some things from that?
What's Coruscant? Which one's that?
It's the big capital city. It's a planet that's the like New York City density for an entire planet. Oh,
where the geisha women live.
No, that's Naboo.
Naboo.
Get your shit straight, dude. This is embarrassing. You're flopping hard on the Star Wars podcast.
Coruscant. It's not the deserty place where the Cantina Band is.
I feel like you're not hearing the answer to the question you're asking.
It's like where the Senate is. That's where where the Jedi Council is.
I can imagine that, but I can't imagine the rest of the country. I can imagine them all.
It's all the whole place is that.
The whole place is the pods?
The whole planet is the city, yeah. It's a really big city.
I just remember in the middle, it's like, welcome to Congress, you know? And then they're yelling at each other.
I don't know how that's like a rebuttal about the geography or something.
Yeah.
Well, I thought we were in the Senate thing. I think we're inside a building. I want to know what's
Correct.
outside the building.
Skyscrapers.
I don't know.
and
Yeah, it's like
buildings zooming around.
other buildings.
Had we seen it? But had we seen that in the past?
Yeah.
Yes. Like, okay,
It's-
do you remember when in the second movie Anakin like jumps out of a window, or one of Obi-Wan jumps out of a
Obi-Wan
window,
jumps out of the window.
and they're zooming around and there's like tons of traffic.
The second, as in the fifth movie, as in the fifth movie or the actual second movie?
It's so hard to talk about this.
Everyone knows what we're talking about.
Okay,
except
fine,
you.
whatever. Who cares?
So I think we have to move on. It's all like all of the Jedi Council stuff is there's big windows and you see the cars flying around. That's
Now I know what you're talking about. The
Course not.
windows.
yep.
I'm
Yep,
pissed
bad
that that's what
windows.
did it.
Samuel L. Jackson's there, right?
Yes.
God.
Right?
Yeah, and
Yes.
he gets killed
Yeah.
and thrown out that window. Yep, and he falls into that big city, and the whole planet's that city.
Yep. Okay.
Don't say, "Yep, got it." Move on.
the window part helps, actually. Yeah.
And why you're spending so much time on this? Yeah.
Move on.
Coruscant, the city planet. Grogu has squirt powers. Right? That's what he does to the. Did you guys catch exactly what happened there? He does like a little Spider-Man
Yeah.
thing, or did he
His
spit?
eyes.
He spits on him. Is that what happened?
I don't know.
It kind of looks like he did like a forced hand, but then like
It just seemed like Spider-Man style. Yeah.
yeah, like splattered with green stuff.
Yep.
Couldn't catch that. I guess I think you said something about video game. This felt like a video game at some level, and this it seems like a big sequence of video game style sequences. Like the boss battle with the dragon snake has its different there are different stages.
Yeah.
First you're gonna fight the ads, these little lizard people like from Zelda, and then dragon snake is gonna come up and he's gonna have this one kind of attack, so you have to hide behind the roots, and then whatever. I don't know.
That was awful. That was all awful. Like everything with the water was like unintelligible for me.
Yeah, didn't care. Didn't care for it. I kind of wondered if they were going to have the guts to kill Mando.
Nope.
No.
No. Yep.
Barely had the guts to take his helmet off, I feel like.
I did like when Grogu's like caring for him. He gets like poisoned from the dragon snake or whatever. And Grogu's taking care of him, and he like builds a little mud hut, but it doesn't make it quite big enough, and he tries to like push him into the mud hut. He bonks his head a couple times. I thought that was pretty good.
Now you like that part? I thought that was the kind of thing you were getting at that you hate the most.
Nope, that part was fun. That was all right.
Did you like when Mando's like, I take care of you and you're little, and now
The
you're
old take
taking
care
care
of the
me
young, and then the young take care of the old.
the way it should be.
This is the way.
Did you
Did you
guys like
shiver?
the gator
that.
character, the swamp guy?
Yes.
Do you know who the actor is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Um,
Interesting.
Do you have his name up?
No.
It's the Arrakis Mentat from Dune. He's
Yeah,
not so
that's
many
true.
things in the Civil War. He's not
The old
but
guy in Civil War who
Yeah,
should have stayed at home.
yeah. Are we all familiar with Spike Lee's criticisms of the Spike Lee's magical Negro concept?
Oh.
Like in storytelling, this trope
think-
that
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
I think it's potentially fucked up that to kind of even further wedge that into Mandalorian Grogu with this like lizard character.
The character, yeah.
Gator Bayou character.
See, give him a not even trying style name too in the credits. His name's like Gatorly. That's the name of like a startup company for software for alligators or something.
I did like him. I did kind of like that character. I liked the performance with that. I think it was cool that there was like a nice lizard guy down in the swamp.
I don't know how to describe it, but like the voice acting, to me, it seemed fine on its own. The animation seemed fine. Watching it, that really took me out of it. I was like, that's a like it's like a dub, I guess. I don't know. I mean, I know that's what's happening from a technical perspective, but I was like, that doesn't sound like how that character should sound. And I don't know how that character should sound, but it doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
It was really weird.
Yeah. I think
that's
this is the
after
first...
dealing with baby Jabba, the roti. What's his name?
Yeah. Rota.
Yeah.
I do think that his was a more off-putting design than Swamp Man. Off-putting design too. Baby Yoda, the back of Grogu's head sucks. Sorry, has a fucked up head.
That. I don't remember either, but I'm sure you're right.
Like for a character that like is supposed to be super cute, I think it's got a weird like it's kind of like a repulsive. Oh great, gross. He's actually nasty in a repulsive way. I hate little Baby Yoda. We get a time lapse potentially the first time in a Star Wars movie, and that's kind of fun. There was an occasional camera flourish that I appreciated in this movie. The POV, your Embo sneaking up on Mando's house in the night. Thought that was a cool shot. And yeah, the time lapse was cool.
Oh, I forgot to say Enbo, because Shelly and I got like 3/4 of the way through the movie where we were still like, no, it can't be. That's not Jeremy Allen White. I don't think it's him.
You're still waiting for him.
We're like, oh, okay, that makes sense. When we saw Samurai Guy, we're like, that's got to be him. And then it got closer, and I was like,
He shows up for one speech CGI. Is it like Ned Beatty in Network? He's gonna do do like one really like major scene, and that's why he's getting such big billing.
Yeah, but I don't know. I guess not.
Any other observations? Mando and Grogu, when they break back into the twins' palace, they do Hut 9/11. Oh, that was kind of fun.
Awesome. I almost forgot about that one. Yeah, I knew we'd have to talk about that. Very successful. Very successful.
I gotta say, that is an often successful maneuver.
But it didn't. I was like,
it's usually pretty efficient.
They're gonna do something goofy like jump out at the last minute.
No, they straight up just do crash it.
I guess you just have to know. You got to know what you're crashing into. You can't just crash the plane. You got to know what you're crashing into. In their case, it was like, I'm not just crashing. I'm going deep, smart. So
yeah, it looks like it's made of rock, and so I could assume that it was just, dude. You thought you were just gonna
do your research,
kill us there.
Yeah,
we just happened to get out of this.
It's kind of like in Tomorrow Never Dies. The spinny thing that what's that guy's name? What's the actor's name? British guy.
James Bond.
Jeremy Irons. The other British guy. Whatever. Do you know the one I'm talking about? They shoot it. It's like a torpedo thing, but then it like would hit the side, and then it would be like, oh no, it's going up, and then it's turning, and it had blades on the side, so it like
this doesn't ring a single bell.
it would hit your ship, and then it would worm its
back?
way around the ship.
That'd be pretty bad for your ship, probably.
Anyway, very smart. The little grenade maneuver that he pulls too, smart. Know the buildings that you're crashing into or that you're storming.
I have some minor 9/11 news. Breaking 9/11 news.
Interesting.
Or lore, 9/11 lore. Zoe met someone this week who was scheduled to be a flight attendant for this flight that hit the Pentagon.
Damn.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What happened?
I don't know. But
Zoe didn't ask.
oh, sorry, yeah. Some people flew some planes into some buildings and on a fateful cold September morning.
Why'd they take the day off? They get a tip?
I don't know, but then they retired. Suspicious much? No.
Suspicious?
There's like, I don't know if I want to do. I don't think I can do this job anymore if they're gonna start crashing these things. You know, which makes total sense to me.
Dating a guy who's learning to be a pilot, and was like, you know what? You should take the day off.
You treat yourself. Go down.
I've had a really good summer fling with you. Take the day
Here's
off.
a tip. Take the day off. Don't come to school at the World Trade Center tomorrow. Okay, so those stop motion guards, robots at the end there, that was an actually cool and good fight to me. That was kind of fun. And Baby Yoda's inside one of the robots messing with the wires. I wonder if
that was a good robot chicken scene for sure.
Yeah. I suspect that doing stop motion animation enforces an amount of deliberation when creating a sequence. Like, you have to sketch this out. You have to put a lot of thought into this up front, and so you have to make it look good, like in animatics and all that, before we actually go ahead and animate this, because this is going to take 6 months to do or whatever. And so I wonder if that's like why it scanned so cool to me, because it was something that just necessarily needed to have a lot more thought put into it than any of the other scenes. And then so it's funny to like watch that scene and then start watching the 3 CG like huts just wriggling around like the Mucinex family. Just, this is weird. I don't. Did you guys think that the twins were physically connected? That they were conjoined hut twins?
I'd seen another movie recently, The Bride with White Hair, that had very similar characters that were joined. So I was kind of thinking that too.
Okay. I definitely thought that it was like two ends of of the same worm.
That does seem like a cool, like, weird thing they should have done.
Mm-hmm. And I don't like the position that they sleep in.
Yin yang style.
Did they just like
Back to back?
No, they were not back to back.
Oh,
spooning?
yeah,
They were
that's
front
true.
to front. They were upside down spooning, front to front, you might say.
This movie's so weird.
Why does it matter that they're twins anyway? That's kind of weird. No, I know this is going to sound really bad.
All you guys.
I know it's going to sound, but yeah, they kind of all the huts kind of, except for Jeremy Allen White, I guess. He's buff.
I guess just that, like, the whatever where the crown goes to, like, that they're like would share the throne.
I guess, but why don't you just be
They're gonna
brothers?
get a double wide throne.
Looking at it, like looking at an army of ants and being like, "Whoa, are you guys all twins?"
Well, if one of them's going to be
so similar,
if there's a ant throne in play, maybe it matters more.
sure. But if you're a twin, it still doesn't still the same thing as if you're just a regular sibling, right?
I feel
I
like
feel I feel like if everybody was just if there were
And twins.
the twin
Thinking about
thing,
the Huts.
humans needed the word twins to explain the phenomenon of why do you two
Two
look
siblings
so
looking
similar?
similar. Yeah.
So
But it
similar.
it doesn't just mean siblings that look alike, though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I know it doesn't technically mean that, but
That's how I use it.
if it didn't, you probably wouldn't have come up with the word. You'd be like, oh, yeah, it's just two siblings born at the same time. Just twin or something. I don't know. Some scientific term for it. But it's a normal people term because, oh, yeah, they're twins. Oh.
Two Huts, they probably look different. I was just thinking about that about deer the other day because I was trying to figure out like which, if it's just the same deer that I saw before in the backyard, like the same deer family, like mama deer and two fawns, because there's a couple of deer families in the neighborhood, and it occurred to me that probably to deer, they can all tell each other apart. Isn't that crazy?
Or do they smell each
They'll
other
just look
apart?
like deer.
Do deer smell good? Smell well?
Oh, probably.
Like a dog?
Probably not as good as a dog.
Because then we'd be like domesticating them to like sniff things out. That would be interesting.
I don't know. I just got to reflexively defended dogs there. Like, you can be good, but not as cool as dogs.
Yeah, dogs are top at smelling.
Yeah. All right. So the movie ends. Mando teaches Grogu how to fly the ship.
Yeah, what was that about? That was like, at the end of the movie, after dad's been fighting, like a movie will start off with like the dad refuses to have a loving moment with his child. And then at the end of the movie, after they've gone through a bunch of hardship together, you want to throw that ball in the front yard together?
I mean, I think that's...
Well, is that what's happening here?
Yeah.
But it wasn't like, fuck you, Baby Yoda. You can never fly this plane.
He's
Don't
growing up.
touch
It's
it.
just like, you don't know how to.
But it wasn't really that much. It wasn't really like a thing in the movie. They just said a couple times like, oh, shit, he doesn't know which buttons to push.
I think that's enough to set it up. I hate being in the position to defend the Mandalorian and Grogu again here.
I guess,
character development.
Ben, are you just suggesting it was not satisfying?
I think they should have set it up more.
I bet you could watch 2 more seasons of The Mandalorian to get a lot of it, and like Ahsoka too.
Sure.
This is one of these unbearable franchise projects that I was constantly wondering, and not that I cared, but it was just an annoying thought to have, to be wonder like, is this somebody that we're supposed to know or like could know? And so I tried not to do any of that. Like, when Embo shows up, we're like, he kind of gives like established character vibes or something. But I don't want to think about that too hard. And so I think for the most part, I didn't feel left out in the cold for like following what was going on. I think it was a pretty well contained story, and as far as that goes.
I think the answer is just you shouldn't do franchises like this, but if you were like a super fan, wouldn't that be super annoying? Like there's like
nothing changes about fundamentally.
If you watch 2 seasons of the worst show ever, it didn't help you. Like
that's such a good point. Yeah. That like part of the project, the Disney project of we can't ever say anything or and also nothing can happen. This is just playing with action figures, and we're gonna put them on the shelf at the end of each play session so people can buy them.
Yes. Have you checked in with Marvel recently? Like how many shows there are and how many it is crazy.
I know that they're doing another fucking Avengers movie this year, and apparently, you guys, all the fucking superheroes are gonna get together.
Dang.
All in one movie.
all in one movie.
Is this the one that's called like Doomsday or something now?
Yep.
Didn't they already do that shit? What was the other one called? Endgame, right?
And Infinity War. Yeah, I've not seen any of these, but I know.
I don't know the Infinity War, but I feel like I know they're not exact.
There've been like
synonyms,
fucking 5 Avengers movies that have that name,
and they're all the end. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're all like,
End it.
what if all of the superheroes got together and fought like the enemy? And like, it blows my mind that you can keep doing that.
I saw some shitty Star Wars or not Star Wars, Spider-Man one where they did something like that too, where it's like, what if we just had all the Spider-Men from all time?
Mm-hmm.
They should do that. What if we just had all the superheroes, not just all the superheroes? We need to up the ante, have all the superheroes ever, all the different iterations.
Yeah,
maybe they'll do that.
And it really feels like, whatever. I remember being like in middle school when that whole thing was firing up, and I was like, oh, that was kind of cool. That was cool. I thought Iron Man was cool. And then there's like the idea of there being like crossover stuff had not felt totally brand new to me. And I get this
beyond sorry, no, go ahead.
And so it was kind of exciting to imagine, oh shit, that's the guy from the other movie. In this movie, felt kind of excited to be in on that, but then it felt like they just hit that same button like every single movie for 15 years.
It melted people's brains in such a weird way too, where it's like you are not buying into the hype as much as you're buying into the hype of the hype. Almost like you're like so excited about Marvel's business strategy here more than you like the movie. It's bizarre where it's like, oh, there's like these phases of Avengers. I remember that being a big thing, whereas like you'd hear a rumor at school that like yeah, and it's like, why the fuck do you care like about their like strategy here rather than just these movies are terrible?
That's a really good point. It's like how my frustration with how everyone is a political scientist now, or like, oh, you need to judge when you're voting for a candidate, individuals need to be considering their electability. Exactly.
It's the box office.
Like, shut the fuck
brain.
up. Yes. Yeah.
This movie has legs.
The superhero stuff, when you mash them all together too, in my mind, it's pretty much just the same thing as the Neil Cicerega Ultimate Showdown of Ultimate Destiny video too. Like that's all you're doing, but you're being serious about it instead.
Exactly. Like that. There's a big difference between Ultimate Showdown. That's just fun. That's a really good time.
Yeah.
Because it's a YouTube video, dumbass.
It's a couple 4 minutes long.
Yeah. It's like funny. Yeah.
It's a good song.
So, in summary, this is an unbelievably inessential Star Wars movie. It's not even necessarily like a movie that I hated or found like deeply offensive.
You
to
could
any
skip
degree.
it if you like The Mandalorian. You could skip the movie, just watch the show.
Yeah. I
was gonna ask about the box office bombing. I genuinely don't know. I have a dumb hypothesis in my head, but I kind of wondered, is that what it is? That like the people who are into this kind of stuff, probably not the type of people that really care enough to go out to see it in the theater anyway, and they're just gonna wait for it to show up on Disney Plus or whatever.
I bet that has a big that's a big part of it, because like this is hey, isn't that show on Disney? Like, why would we go to the theater? To Atticus's point earlier. And they're also did you guys notice that about 40 minutes of this was shot on IMAX?
Nope.
I noticed the things switching, but
the aspect ratio was changing. Yeah, it feels like a bit of a. It should be haram to use IMAX to film this bullshit, but whatever. It's fine. Not that there's anything sacrilegious or sacred about IMAX. It's just kind of silly to make it feel like it's more legit than it is. I think that there were certainly a few shots, especially of Mando in the cockpit of the Razor Crest, where like I think I could tell that this was filmed for real on an IMAX camera, like a large format camera, and I guess that the aspect ratio they're using it well for this shot. I think this is looking pretty good, but then there's a lot of CG stuff just in the IMAX ratio too that like doesn't look nearly as good, and it just seems a little try hard. I don't know.
I think the thing that makes me, as not an expert at all, that makes me the most suspect of all Disney movies now is, I think it was when they did the first Mando season. Maybe it was another movie. Maybe it was a Marvel movie or something. But I saw, or maybe you showed with me, some behind the scenes thing of like the circle room that they made at Disney, where they're like, we made this room that's like a continuous screen in like 360, and then we can just put shit on the screen. It like next level green screen type thing.
Yeah.
To me, a non-expert. And
that's exactly what it is.
It just feels like it's that all the time. And when I see stuff that feels suspect, I'm like, dang, I bet they shot this in the little room. Which I don't know what I'm getting at, but it just feels sad to imagine like, oh, maybe this is just in a circle, you know, in the middle of an empty lot or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I have such an axe to grind against the volume in general. I honestly didn't get too much this was shot in the volume vibes from this. I think that like I think there were certainly a few like flying shots that did scan as that to me. But and you know what, maybe they'll release something that said like, yeah, turns out 99% was shot in the volume and you didn't notice, asshole. Fuck you for thinking that you're better than us. And like I'll take that L, I guess, if it comes to that. I would say that means that they've managed to get a lot better with using the volume than when it started out, because there's been a lot of stuff over the last 6 or 7 years where it just feels obviously shot in the volume. There's just like certain kind of camera moves and compositions that like instantly scream out like, okay, we can't see their feet, we can just see the background, and it's these exact same like Unreal Canyon assets, and it's going to be in all of these different things. And then the marketing of the volume of like the behind the scenes of ILM whatever doing this stuff really broke containment to like to their benefit probably, but yeah, like everybody knows about the volume and like wants to use the volume. This is like your boss heard about your boss
Put
heard
this
about the
on
volume.
Netflix.
Yeah, and wants to use the volume. That's just what it is. And like for virtual production, it can be it was really broadly embraced and poorly implemented basically across the board, where it actually ends up being a really good tool for very specific use cases. And this one was actually like it being so shiny and all the reflections in the cockpit on the helmet, like that's actually a really good use case for it. But people are trying to use the volume for so many different kinds of things, and there's this trickle down effect of, you know, once it finally gets to my level, people are saying we got to do something like volume wise, like in the volume. Nah. And it really, all it is just like better green screen, or like in that specific instance, it's just more interesting green screen.
So people are telling you personally, like not just a Disney thing, but is it at that level? People are asking about it.
I mean, I do virtual production at work, and we've talked about getting like a
volume.
A volume, yeah.
So it's not. I guess
I don't think it's particularly.
I figured
necessary.
there was more to it. Like even if you hold aside your thoughts on it, is it practical for everybody to have a volume?
No, it's incredibly expensive. It's really expensive. Yeah.
Like how expensive?
Tens of thousands of dollars probably to get the LED walls together. I don't know.
Okay. I mean, that's still not practical.
So any
but
movie could use one if they wanted to use one.
Yeah. Tens of thousands sounds like any big budget movie could probably get one if they wanted.
Yeah, and a movie would get it. A studio would get it. They'd rent it at
Studio, sure.
Yeah.
Okay. I just wasn't sure if it was like
Just
we
Disney
spent
has one.
$1 billion on this, and so this is like a Disney competitive advantage type of thing.
Oh, probably the development of it all, and it probably did spend quite a lot of money. But I think that they're like, I guess to construct a volume type thing. I was thinking maybe more like if you were going to use, now that everything is in place, now that somebody already has a volume and you wanted to shoot like a feature film, you want the Mandalorian and Grogu wanted to use the volume for some shots. It probably cost them tens of thousands of dollars to do it. It probably costs way more to make one from scratch or like source the panels and all that. And then like somewhere like at my level where it'd be like, okay, we would hire some sort of like video engineering agency to like come in and set up one of these in our studio, or we would go to one of their studios. We're probably in the
If you hold aside all the color grading or other stuff that you would do for any of your film, how much of what you get when you shoot in that still requires more work? Like, is the idea that you can shoot a lot of shots in there and it's like good to go? Or is it like a green screen where you got to do technical stuff afterwards, but it's just helps you do that?
The way that it's sort of sold and the way that, you know, like the proverbial my boss, which by the way, my boss isn't like this, but you know, the kind of idea about people who just kind of hear about clients will hear about the volume and request stuff. The way that it's sort of sold to them or pitched to them, or they understand it, can be that it's like, oh yeah, when we hit cut at the end of the day, it's like final material is on the hard drive there, because we got it all in camera, and really it's just a lot closer to, it just helps comp, and sometimes it helps comp a lot, and sometimes it might not at all, and we need to like do an entire background replacement anyway. That's not stuff that I have to deal with, fortunately. That sounds like an absolute nightmare. But I think it can really, really vary. What are you rating this movie out of 5, Atticus?
1 star.
1 star. Now that's not very many stars out of 5. It doesn't sound like you're much of a fan of this movie.
No, and I don't have my Star Wars ratings off the top of my head available to
I was
me.
looking them up, and I wish I could pull up the rankings.
But
I think
I feel
my
like
Trello board got deleted.
the only way I can very confidently say this is the lowest one is by giving it a 1.
Oh, so you would say this is the worst Star Wars movie you've seen?
Yes.
Putting it last.
Nice.
How about you, Ben? What are you rating in general vibes where it ranks?
I think it's a 1.5. I feel good about the number. Not sure I can remember how this stacks up against the rest, because I know over time they've all started to aggregate, or they've started to, whatever you say, collect near the bottom.
That kind of
anyway,
converge towards ass.
Yeah.
Call it ass convergence.
It like you said earlier, doesn't offend me at all. I'm not even pissed off. Disney execs.
It's actually funny to me.
I'm not even mad. But I didn't really get anything out of it. It's kind of boring. It's basically just boring, you know?
And no lightsaber fight at all.
True. I forgot to say, I did think to myself at one point, they gotta give this Grogu guy a lightsaber. Maybe they did that in the TV show, but they gotta give him a lightsaber at some point.
Get on that.
His grandpa had one, right? Spiritual grandpa.
Spiritual grandfather.
Yoda.
So sorry, did you say where you would kind of rank it roughly?
I don't know. It's
Is this your least favorite?
I don't know if I don't think it's my least favorite, but I think it's pretty low. But I do, because I don't like the other ones that much either, having some stuff that I thought was funny, or like having Baby Yoda actually probably bumps it up over some of the other stuff I really didn't like, but I can't remember what those were.
Yeah, I think I'm in a very similar headspace, Ben. I'm gonna give this a 2 out of 5, and because I don't do half stars, but I think it would be, if I did, it would be a 1.5. So I kind of just did do a half star rating there. I remember this is definitely not my least favorite Star Wars movie. It's definitely not my favorite Star Wars movie. I was thinking, like, is Star Wars the franchise with the highest or like lowest ratio of whatever? There's so, I think the best that Star Wars gets movie wise is like The Empire Strikes Back, and that gets to pretty good. You know?
Yeah.
Like, that's a pretty good movie. Yeah. I'm not gonna say it's like a 5-star classic or like essential viewing, it's gonna change your life or whatever, but like, this is actually like, this is really fun. This is a really good movie. And then the whole rest of the franchise is like riding on that, I guess, a little bit. Or like, you know, to me, that pretty good does not justify the billions of dollars that have since
a lot of
gone
weight
into
on
making
that.
this.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Also now too, it's like, that was 50 years ago. You're not even riding off of you thought it was good back then. Your dad thought it was pretty good back then.
Yeah.
And also probably not your dad either. Probably your grandpa, or yeah, if your uncle's older than your dad, I guess, or mom, whatever.
Your older
Somebody
uncle loved this movie or liked this movie.
I think our parents probably were too young to have really seen it in the theater, right? The OG Star Wars, right?
No,
It's like 70?
Well, I know my dad went with my grandma to see Star Wars: A New Hope.
But it would just have been Star Wars, right?
Mm-hmm.
But how old?
Just Star Wars.
Wait, so how old was he? 5-ish? 4? 6?
Stalks his ass.
Are you asking how old my dad is?
I'm just trying to.
He was like a young teenager or like preteen or something like that.
Okay.
I think.
Interesting.
Kind of the perfect age to watch that, and it didn't seem to really do. It didn't turn him into a Star Wars freak, as you'd imagine.
Mm.
Yeah, as it did so many others, I guess. I'm not gonna. I think the things that bugged me about this movie, I remember being in more anguish with more other Star Wars movies. Like, I think that there was
fair.
a real exhaustion, like a real ragged exhaustion to like the Skywalker saga. Like,
Is that
all these
is
fucking
that though
characters?
because like we did that week to week though, and this is like years later you're getting to fresh watch this piece of shit.
It could be, and it's, you know, I guess you are pitching that we need to watch these all back to back again, but this in the mix now to see how it would feel.
Yeah, every time there's a new Star Wars, we have to watch them all again and re-rank them.
I do
100.
remember, like, when we got to like even Solo, it being a sort of side story and not like connected to the overall like Rey and Finn and Poe sort of thing. I remember that being more interesting, or at least it took the pressure off. And then we went back, be like, even I liked The Last Jedi, but even just seeing like all these characters again, it's like, okay, I have to spin up the like caring and thinking about Princess Leia again for a while.
Yeah,
And so
that's a big ask. That's hard.
And you could like Princess Leia. It's just kind of hard to keep thinking about it. And so this movie didn't have those problems for me. It didn't have that weight. So it's not going to be my least favorite movie. It's definitely not going to be. This is going to be very, very middle of the pack. Even there's stuff about like, Attack of the Clones that I think is really ass. That's pretty much an ass movie. But there's like a couple of interesting things about it. It's also very frustrating. I think that's a richer cinematic experience because of those weird edges and clumsiness and like just weirdness of that movie. This one is just nothing. This is totally bland.
Things were allowed to happen in Attack of the Clones.
Yeah. So yeah, 2 out of 5 for me. Mid. Worse than mid. Mid minus to me. Any other final thoughts about Star Wars, the Mandalorian and Grogu?
I don't think so.
If
All right.
if the Mandalorian played an instrument, what would it be?
The mandolin.
Mandolin.
That's what I was thinking, but then I was like, does that actually fit, or is it just the name?
What would Grogu play though?
Drums?
I mean, he I feel like he's like Kermit the Frog on the ukulele in the swamp.
Mm-hmm.
But
we didn't say much about Martin Scorsese.
oh yeah, I think he gave a good performance. What do you have to say about it?
How did they get him to do this movie? I thought he was a notorious, famous hater.
He's a hater of he thinks
The style of
the
movie.
Avengers stuff is stupid.
Production. Yeah.
He's friends with Kathleen Kennedy. And Kathleen Kennedy just asked him, and he said, sure.
Can I have 5 minutes of your time
Yeah, pretty much.
talking to this microphone?
Yeah.
Interesting.
And he's got...
It's a better performance than Jeremy Allen White.
Yes.
Or most people, yeah.
You get out... yeah. I know that, like, Martin Scorsese is a famously, like, hyperactive guy, but he's, like, in his 80s now or something, and he's just giving way more energy than, hey, guys, I don't like being a Hutt son or whatever. Yeah. Jeremy Allen White did not do a good job in this movie.
No. Fortunately, nobody will ever really know, though. I mean, aside from his name being there, people in the future, if they accidentally run across this movie and watch it, and then they're talking about him being a goat or something like that, probably won't make the connection.
He should have been wearing that like $1,600 bear white t-shirt.
Yeah, cover up those fucked up abs on your slug guy. It'd be kind of fun to go back and rewatch on this Twin Peaks podcast, by the way, like some of the promotional like interview. I hate the press junket circuit that all the actors and stuff have to do now to promote their stuff. After a movie comes out and like sucks and is a flop, I think it'd be funny to go back and watch like Jeremy Allen White talk about how like important this character is to him or whatever. It's
about family.
Yeah, it's about family. This matters a lot. What really resonated in this character, in this script, the soul of Rota came to me.
I remember what I was going to ask. Do you guys know? Did he do the motion cam suit or just voiceover? Was he doing like the Benedict Cumberbatch flopping around on the ground?
No way.
For Mr. Cumberbatch. That's the best. We're not using this, man.
We got computers for this.
Yeah. I bet they did not do Rota motion capture. I wonder what the current state of motion capture is these days.
You really don't think? I feel like they might have. I guess I'm just trying to
maybe
come up with some reason that he was in this movie at all. But like looking at it really hard, I was like, maybe it is. Maybe they did something and then they're like Jabba-fy him, you know?
I don't think there's like a
The
Jabba-fi
abs.
like filter. Is
Not
the
a Jabba-fi
and
filter,
there wasn't like
but-
much of like the. I didn't get much of Jeremy Allen White's like physicality in it, but maybe they did. If they
I don't
did,
know.
it seems like it'd be a waste of time and energy.
They went to the guy. They went to the design, the person who was supposed to create the model, and were like, Jabba, but also tape him onto your board in front of you.
plus this guy.
Add him in, a little bit.
I think the fact that it didn't, like, you were like actively looking for him, and like didn't really notice that it was him.
We just couldn't believe it once we sort
Okay.
of were like,
There
I
was
think
something
this is a main character.
unbelievable about the Rota stuff. Like it looks insane and sounds insane. Yeah, Zoe and I just looked at each other when they're like playing on the beach together. And we're like,
Yes.
what the fuck?
That was awesome.
It's a weird movie. Yeah.
So yeah, we were just when Martin Scorsese's character. I mean, as soon as he talked, I knew who he was. But when he popped up on screen, Shelley called that out too. Like, oh, he's a cook. The bear. That's gonna be Jeremy Allen White. No,
that would have been a better use of him.
it's like no,
A
that
much
wasn't-
better
I don't
use of
think
him.
that was him. We're really looking for. I'm trying to think if there are any other ones, but we were really hard. Oh, we talked about the purple guy. That flies the plane.
Oh, yeah.
Unsure. Like I don't. But why would they have had him do like an Australian accent? That doesn't make sense either. But it also doesn't make that much less sense than making him be Jabba the Hutt.
Jeremy Allen White looks like he should be in Star Wars. Like he kind of looks like he's an interesting looking guy.
You could play a Jedi.
I'm not saying he looks like an alien, but he could be-
The nice the bag play for him is he could be now, because all they did was just tone voice down his voice or whatever.
yeah.
They could make him be a regular guy now too.
You would have been a good Anakin,
There you go.
Be a great Anakin. That's a great call. That's a great cast.
An angsty,
Fantastic.
but like a more contemporary angsty version of Anakin.
Mhm.
Oh,
Like-
Obi-Wan, I have annoying tattoos now.
Instead of the other, what was the other guy's name? Other Anakin?
Christian
Hayden Christensen,
Yeah.
Jake Lloyd.
He's kind of, he's like a 90s emo band guy. Jeremy Allen White would be like I'm Anakin Skywalker, teenage Anakin Skywalker, but I listen to Waves instead of Blink 182.
Yeah. It's a little bit of like a hardcore kid
Yeah.
in a way. Okay. Now that we covered that, I do need to thank you all for listening to this show. If you like what you heard and want more Star Wars stuff, listen to our Star Wars collection. It's all in one. Well, I'm going to have to redo this now, but I put out an episode that's all of our Star Wars episodes stitched together. So it's like 11 hours long, or longer.
Nice.
It could be like 18 hours. I don't know. We can tell by the runtime of this episode that we tend to go long on Star Wars episodes.
We talked about it more than any episode of Twin Peaks, I'm pretty sure. So sorry if you like that other show.
It would be really funny to
This
force
movie sucks. Let's talk about it for double the time
Uh-huh.
of the show we said was really good.
It'd be really funny to do. Should we force a Twin Peaks character draft round at the end of this episode?
See, I'm not prepared.
Stringing
Okay.
people along.
Okay.
Keep it pure. Did you ever
I'm
do a
drafting
mega?
the Babu Freaks on my team.
Oh my gosh,
Oh my
we should be able to choose a character for okay.
I think we should. It could be on the table.
Yeah.
Okay. You email us, drskeletonsartschool@gmail.com. You can support us on Patreon, patreon.com/drskeleton. Next week, we will be back with more Twin Peaks, actually Twin Peaks content. Ben, what's the catchphrase?
James Bond.